Oh, it's okay. I can always cut it in editing.
Logan, you gotta finish the drink before you get there growing.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me, it's a little cramped in here.
So as we are now, I don't have room to make stencils and let them dry. I can't spray my stencils and let them dry. So if somebody wants a special request, I can't honor that special request. Barely have enough room to let maybe 5 or 6 paintings dry at a time. So that means I'm limited to how many paintings I can make per hour. I'm limited to how I'm able to express myself. And I'm limited to how much income I can earn because they're not allowing me to work at my full capacity because this is not enough space. When there's two of us here, it's so cramped that we both can't fit in the tent. You have to sit outside of it, and even with it this cramped, the only way to display the art is to have it outside of the 10 by 10 area, which you can see it was. Even that is a possibility or a threat of a $250 ticket, which I don't make a lot of money. $250 is like a bill or a couple of meals or our groceries for the month. So for them to do that to artists, that is plainly a violation of First Amendment rights. I'm not able to fully express myself this way. Nobody wants to stop and talk to us when it's like this. It's just too cramped. It creates feelings of anxiety for me and for the patrons of the art. Which, you're not just violating my rights, you're violating their rights to enjoy a good display. That's the situation down here in the harbor. The Port of San Diego has been notified of this. They don't really care. They see us as one size fit all. But I would like to see all of them try to fit in a toddler's t-shirt. I bet you not a single one of them, even the tiniest of the port officials, couldn't fit in a toddler's t-shirt. And I bet you if you put a gag in their mouth, they wouldn't be able to express themselves. That's what they're doing to us. They're making us fit in a toddler's t-shirt while trying to gag us. Doesn't sound right when you hear it that way, does it? Because it's not right. Previous setup was not attracting people. It was kind of pushing them away. It was way too crowded, felt way too claustrophobic. We couldn't work inside of that setup, couldn't display art in the bag, couldn't display properly. This is more comfortable, yet this is still not the best my setup can be. Especially on windy days, like all these paintings would get blown over. The way I would prefer to be set up is with one of these racks or these carts here, over here about where the dirt hits the stones on the ground, and I would put a line blocking people from walking on the paintings, and I would display the canvases on the ground so people could see them clearly. This way people have to walk around. It's not a big issue for them, but a lot of people don't want to do that. And then again, like I said, if a strong wind comes, these will fall over and get damaged. This is a lot better than what we were just set up in, but this would be against port code. Just this minor bit of being outside of my tent. And they would give me a $250 citation to be slightly outside of a 10 by 10. And we don't have that kind of money, but I'm also not going to get my rights violated by a group of people that don't even understand what First Amendment is or how it works, or understand how art or busking works, considering none of them do it for a living. They're all politicians, and they don't want to take time to learn and grow and understand the struggles that the people who elect them go through. That's what we have here.
Why are you going period?
Alright, the last two setups I had, I made zero money each couple hours that I was set up. I set up 2 hours the first setup, set up 2 hours the second setup. Now I'm set up how I prefer to be set up, with lots of space and lots of room, and then my canvas is fully displayed to where people can actually see them and enjoy them. And if you can see that this setup is more easy for people to view. People can see it from a distance. And it's not so constrained that it would give somebody like me an anxiety attack. I don't do well in tight, tiny spaces. I would not work well in a closet. And that's what they're trying to push us into, is the size of a closet, basically. So yeah, this is what it looks like when it's properly set up. It actually gets more attention, and I bet you this next couple hours I actually make money. We'll update as time goes by. Literally 5 minutes after stretching my canvases out and putting them in a way that they can be viewed straight. But making sure they were in a space that could be viewed easily. And it only took 5 minutes to draw in some customers. So 10 by 10 does not work at all. It constrains and makes it harder for people to see or want to engage with you, because it creates the same kind of anxiety for the patrons as it does for the artists that are constrained to a 10 by 10. Again, I was only set up outside of the 10 by 10 space for about 5 to 10 minutes and already made a sale. I sold 3 of my paintings at discount price, which is 3 for $40. And I was only set up like that for 5 minutes. Whereas all day long, I was set up in the constrained way, and I didn't even get anybody talk to me. So, setup and display is important, and it matters. So literally 5 minutes after I said I made the first sale today, after setting up and doing this extra bit of setup right here, I got another sale. It was only one painting, but I'm already at $60, not even 20 minutes into being set up like this. Wonder why that is that I set up like this and all of a sudden people pay attention to me. Why is it the port wants to stifle free speech? Why does the port want to put people in 10 by 10 spaces when not everyone can fit in that size space? Could everyone you know fit in a toddler's uniform? No, I don't think so. I don't think you could fit in a toddler's uniform. And if you can, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you're a toddler. Or maybe it's really uncomfortable. Either way, you shouldn't be wearing a toddler's uniform as an adult. You also shouldn't be wearing a ball gag unless you consent to that sort of thing. This right here is how my space is comfortable and proper to make my self-expression visible to those that I need people to see. Don't stifle free speech.